Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's having a nice end of 2019 and yeah, as we wrap up the year and move into 2020. I asked for some guidance just around themes for 2020 and we have fear, divine love, and surprise. And with surprise, we have growth, communication, and changes. So I feel like 2020 will be a year of a lot of changes, facing fears, recognizing this divine love, growth on both counterparts, and some communication that I think a lot of us have been waiting for that will help give us a little bit of clarity. And I also asked for guidance, just general theme for 2020, and the message is to trust and surrender to divine will. If you're having a difficult time with that, just continue repeating that like an affirmation, like you would an affirmation. Anytime you're having thoughts that stray from that, fear-based thoughts, just repeat to yourself that, say I trust and I surrender to divine will. It will help get you out of that energy. So I'm going to pull some messages. Yeah, I've got a list of things that I want to cover. Right now, I just want to pull the current energy for the twins. Current energy for the twin connection. Current energy for the twins. I'm feeling a little bit of this nervous energy. Even before I started the reading, I kind of stalled. I had this like nervous energy about what I was going to say, overthinking a little bit. The sun showed itself when I was shuffling and I put it back in and it came back out. This is very nice. Anything else? Current energy. Okay. I feel like this is actually the energy of the masculine at this time and how he is viewing the connection. We have the Emperor. This masculine, your masculine wants to be an emperor for you. He wants to find a way, not in a controlling way, but to kind of like rule his world and control his world to come together in happiness with you. We have the Sun. This baby sheep is standing out to me for some reason, almost like he sees you as this purity, this pure energy, and he wants to find a way to rule his world, to take care of you and the connection, to protect it as it grows. And he is sitting cross-legged thinking, he's kind of he's putting his guard down while he is, thinking, how can I do this? How can I do this? You make him feel like a king. I think you balance him out. Like you you help him come into a balanced energy. The sun in the background and the sun. It just shows, to me, it's like in his thoughts. This is what's in his thoughts. He's imagining coming together with you, and they look like hieroglyphics to me, but it's also the zodiac sign. So he's imagining this coming together in balance. He sees that it's something that gives off a lot of energy and something that is old in a sense too, like a sacred nature to it. And then we have the Three of Pentacles, which normally there's a few different energies on this card, but this is him alone working. He's creating, he's getting new ideas. This masculine is artistic. He's not afraid to step out of conventional ways of creating and expressing himself. He's thinking of all of the different ways and changes he can make to make this connection work. And you may not see it, like graffiti. You could be driving down the street or walking down the street the same route and not notice some graffiti on the wall next to you or across the street, and then one day you notice it. So, and graffiti artists, I actually don't know, but I'm just, I'm thinking of the message. They might work in the night, so no one is able to see this work that they're creating. So, like when the sun shines that next day, this is kind of like graffiti too. It's there present for everyone to see. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Ten of Swords. He's tired of feeling exhausted. He's tired of the lack of abundance. He sees that some of the choices he's made has led him to feel this sense of ruin. But with this person on the clouds, I feel like just as you would if you were dreaming, he's going to wake back up and be able to stand up. And I feel like it's going to happen like that. Like it's just, the energy is going to shift suddenly. And that's how it is sometimes when you are unsure of a direction or continue fighting for something, and it's like one day you just wake up or you have this surge of energy and you're like, I gotta go. He's been meditating on this for a long time, but I'm seeing a lot of this positive energy, which is great. I want to see where he's at with the karmic situation. For a lot of the masculine, this could be a person. It could always be something else. Your situation. That seems to come out in the cards. So, in regards to the karmic situation, I keep all of my cards upright, and if they come reverse, I take them. We have the Sun in reverse. He's seeing that this situation is not his happiness. He's understanding that now. And he sees, just as I was saying, that this karmic situation may be another person. He sees that he has to make a choice. And he is trying to decide who he wants to give his cup of love to. And he wants to give it to his wish. His wish, who will bring him that happiness. And we have the Empress under the Knight of Cups. He's going to be bringing. He wants to. I guess I was corrected. What he wants to do is bring this cup of love to his Empress. And I love it. She's got her cup ready for him to pour into hers. And while she is waiting, she's surrounded in this abundance. And she's holding this sunflower that is this happiness that he is moving toward, thinking about moving toward. I'm feeling an energy of surrender. Very masculine. Like she's just pouring out the cup, surrendering. Surrendering to the pain, the ruin. Surrendering to find the answers of which direction to go. You know, when I look at this Knight of Cups, he wants to bring forward this offer, but this horse looks tired. There's a tiredness from his current situation, and he wants to bring this cup forward to his Empress. You know, we have the Emperor and Empress. So that's awesome. The Empress looks more in her power. He is still figuring this out. He's still figuring this out. But he knows what he wants. It might not seem that way. Get these ones out. Okay. Now, what is the masculine going to communicate to his feminine next? Will there be any communication? And what will it be about? Whoa. Okay. I'm getting two separate energies here. So two groups. two groups. And it could be a combination of both. This masculine could communicate one or the other or both things, but we have Ten of Swords, again, endings. The Lovers, again, choices. He's going to communicate about this choice that he wants to make or is going to make. He wants to bring order and balance. Kind of like the Emperor card earlier. King of the Ocean, like he wants to be this king for you. And he wants to bring order and balance to the connection. He wants to rule the connection. Like a just decision will be made. It will bring more balance to the feminine. We also have the Four of Swords, Three of Pentacles, recovery and recognition. He's recognizing this connection, but he may need time, a little bit of time to recover and heal from the past pains that he's been going through, from any changes in his situation that he's going to make. You know, I kind of pulled this out reverse, so I feel like he's going to come out of this quickly. And then another healing card and practicality. Here we've got the infinity symbol, the angels. This connection is eternal and protected. You have protection. And he's going to go about this new offer in a practical way. And I love that we have the seahorse and the wand, the seahorse and the wand. It's almost like the feminine is a seahorse. Like she's just waiting, and then when he makes this new offer, like there's this connection that's made. This wand, this opportunity of growth and passion is given to her. That's so interesting. That's cool. We also have the Ace of Swords and King of Cups at the bottom. So, you know, new communication. It finally may be about love, emotions. It may be difficult for him to come forward with this communication. I think the King of Cups doesn't always express his emotions, but he knows he's held back from you for a long time. And it's like this sword, this communication, this need to communicate is bigger than this fear. He will be pushed to communicate. Okay. Let me do a couple of decks. I want to see what is being healed. What is being healed? What is the masculine healing? Okay. Oh. What is the feminine healing? What is the feminine healing? Anything else? Okay. So for the masculine, okay. He's healing cycles that are being completed in his life, learning to listen to his instinct, listen to his gut, to find the clear path. And he's tired. He's tired. So, in his current situation, this card is funny to me. We have the victim card. Like, I just think this acorn's kind of cute. But it's like, as an acorn falls from the tree, the acorn has no control where it lands. Like, maybe there's a hill and it rolls down the hill for a long time. Maybe it lands in the water, gets picked up by a squirrel. So your masculine is healing, feeling like a victim in his circumstances. Maybe he's seeing the role that he's played or just taking back his power. Like, I think his world has felt out of control, or he's just tumbling and not able to stop. So he's coming out of this. He's still healing this. We have completion. We had some other healing cards come out, so he may need to heal from the completion of whatever karmic cycles he has been going through. Maybe there was a death of someone important to him. Maybe he's been mourning. Maybe he needs to mourn the changes, the loss of his past identity, like past beliefs. And this, like, the ground, it either looks like a fresh grave or empty. I think he's healing the emptiness that his current situation has brought, that it hasn't brought growth. And he's trying to remain strong. He's trying to persevere, but he's tired. He's felt like giving up. Maybe he just felt a little bit directionless. What can he do to make his current situation successful? Like, he just wants some comforting. But I'm just hearing the show must go on. The show must go on. And he's learning to trust his instinct. Like, here it's kind of cloudy, the moon, and then we have this like clear picture of a pure dog or wolf. That's funny, the last reading we had a wolf howling at the moon. He's getting a clearer picture of which direction to go. His intuition is getting stronger. He is learning to connect with that inner voice. And then for the feminine is healing. We have wisdom, but it kind of came like sideways. The feminine are tapping into the higher realms, wisdom from the higher realms, and also from within. But this is also a reminder, like, there's still more work to be done. I don't know, I think these little bushes are cute. It's kind of like the acorn faces, actually. But it's like, just know that nature, your guides are rooting you on. Like, I just hear these little bushes cheering you on. And it's like the world is in your belly. So I see a little bit of a fertility here. Something about changing the world. You have the power to heal the world, to change the world. And then we also have guilt and gossip. So healing any previous guilt about past actions. She's chained and she's still doing this work, but she's chained to it. And there's someone in the background drinking. It looks almost like, you know, she's picturing past decisions that she's made, healing any guilt about that. And then just to know that now you're in this golden energy. This is kind of interesting, like the purple is like the color of the past. She's ironing it out, ironing out those wrinkles, learning lessons, learning from the past. And it's like sprinkled with this new golden energy. You don't need to be chained to the past anymore. Don't let that hold you back emotionally. And we also have gossip. You know, there may be a lot of people around you disagreeing with this connection, your choices. Like this woman, I feel like this is you, feminine, excited, creative, and other people are just kind of crossing their arms. Like maybe they don't expect you to make these changes. They don't like the direction. They seem very like formal and traditional, and you seem free-spirited. This card is basically just saying don't give up. Don't give a crap about what other people are saying. Trust in your wisdom. And at the bottom of the deck, we had renewal. We also had quest. That this is like all of the growth that goes from going within, coming to your truth. Like the snow turns to spring. So this could also be talking about timing, you know? Something about the end of this winter, spring, summertime. Whatever seeds you're planting now will be growing at that time. It may be related to a new quest that you're going on. Quest of truth, of your truth. That path is already laid out for you. You just need to take the first step, one step at a time. Open arms. Okay. Let's see. I love this deck. What will be ending in 2019? What will be ending in 2019? This is nice. We got the Lover's card again. Okay, what about 20 or 20? Just the first part of 2020. Whoa. Okay, what will be coming? What will be coming for this connection? Okay. All right, awesome. We have indecision. Indecision is going to be ending with the closeout of 2019. You know, this guy has held on as long as he could. He knows he just has to free fall. And he's been holding on as long as he could, but he has to let go at some point. This is interesting too. He's got to make that decision. This indecision is going to be closing out in 2019. We have the red and the green. The red and the green. He's making a decision between two. You know, who does he want to look at face to face? Who does he want to feel connected to? Which connection feels like it was built in the stars? The end of stagnancy. We have traveling. The end of stagnancy and indecision. Big changes. Big changes are going to come. For the beginning part of 2020, masks are going to be coming off. Some of them might be ugly, or maybe they're just afraid that it will be ugly and scare you away. But, you know, some truths will come to light. These masks are coming off. This could also be, you know, the karmic mask coming off. I'm seeing the clouds on the snake. Something about this decision will be revealing truths about people. As for this connection, for the beginning of 2020, we have a lot of great cards. We have slowing down, going with the flow. I think this energy will be needed, especially through any changes that are made. The masculine will be slowing down. You know, to understand like the beauty that's in front of him. I think both sides are going to need to go with the flow. Like the channeled message to trust and surrender to divine will. You know, let go of any impatience around these changes. We've also got participation, transformation, and success. I feel like the masculine will be participating in this connection in a new way, in a way that brings harmony. He is transforming. He's beginning his transformation. Like he's seeing all of these tools available to him now. And the one that is standing out to me most is him holding a flower, this offer. And we have success. This tiger is like they're walking on top of the world. All the celebration, confetti, carefree energy. Getting out of this energy of indecision will allow transformation, success, like new ways of participating together to come into play. Really beautiful energy for 2020. And I'm hearing this is just the beginning. Some of you may have fears about this connection or what it would look like when you're together, but I'm just hearing that it can be greater than you can imagine it to be. I could keep going. Oh my goodness. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Rebel. This is a heavy masculine energy. He's becoming unchained. He's rebelling from his current situation. He's like, F this. I'm out of here. Like with a little bit of wildness, like a wild spirit. You know, the feminine are dreaming of coming together for their masculine. This may have been a love that you've dreamed of, you know, since you were little. Like an extraordinary love. And this is the feminine energy, just leaping, just trusting that this will come to you. There's a lot of growth right now. Ripeness. There'll be a lot of changes and growth. So just have the courage to trust that the divine's got your back. Break out of any conditioning that's keeping you in a negative mental pattern. Negative thoughts. These look like thoughts. Again, that white sheep. This could also be the masculine. You know, he's kind of tied up here, breaking out of this conditioning. And like all of his thoughts are just consumed with you and how to get to you. Breaking out of feeling like it's impossible. Very cool. What is the upcoming energy going to be for this connection? What is the upcoming energy? I have not used this deck yet. I left this in here. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is crazy. You know, I always remove these cards from the deck before I use them, but I did not for this deck. And I'm seeing 9 lives spread. And this is just standing out to me like the 9 lives is. And it says the cat has 9 lives. 3 he plays, 3 he strays, and 3 he stays. This is very significant of the 333 energy. You know, I think there's a lot of, like 3 is a very powerful number. And it has played a strong role in this divine connection, especially for those of you who have been dealing with a third energy in this connection, or you have been the third energy. And then we hit the 333 portal in early December. You know, I feel like he's been through some of these lives. He's played, he's strayed. And I think, you know, now he stays. And I'm also seeing youth, midlife, and maturity. Like these are the phases that he's gone through, perhaps while you've known him. Like you've probably played together. He's probably strayed, maybe both of you. And now like we're coming into this maturity, this last 3, the staying energy. And then when I read this card, this is not necessarily about like a third party situation. And each life stage, we play with new skills and form a vision of where we want to go. With the next step, we stray from the safety of familiar on our way to a new destination goal. With the final step, we stay, at least for a while, having reached a goal or a milestone. So, taking these steps, having a new vision, making that step toward a new goal away from the familiar situation, and then reaching that goal and staying there. And it says, at least for a while. So, this is saying that when you come together, like you will have goals that you work on together in different stages, like new stages of learning, both of you, that will be more comfortable than they have been. But that, like, union is not the final goal. Like, you can enjoy that for a little bit, but then there are more lessons to be learned, more stages to go through together. So interesting. So I asked for, what is to come? What is the next energy to come? This kind of relates back to this card as well. We have the Fool, taking this leap of faith. And this is for the relationship as a whole. The Magician, manifesting this new beginning. The High Priestess, doing it in a balanced way, going within. And we have this like white pure energy again. We had that with the wolf, we had that with the sheep. Manifesting this new beginning in a pure way. We also have like the dark and the light, yin and yang, opposites. Also like coming out of any shadow work. Like there's this veil, seeing through the veil. But I love this. And at the bottom of the deck, we have 4 of Wands. These 2 cats look like twins. And they're together, they're playing. There will be manifestation and a new leap of faith in regards to this connection, in regards to a new foundation together, a new level of commitment. Like closing doors behind you. So you can just focus on like this playfulness together. Under that, we have the Chariot. Moving forward, this cat has killed something, like a bird. Moving forward, knowing that certain things will have to die. Certain beliefs, situations. This is coming out of the energy of the moon and the unknown into the sun. Again, opposites. The Sun card again. We have Judgment, the World, the Emperor again, the Lovers. This is all possible from the transformation that will be happening in 2020. Temperance, more opposites, yin and yang. This looks like yin and yang. Things are going to be balancing out. There are going to be changes, decisions, new cycles, new energies. And like this Lover's card, there's a decision that's made. Somebody's left outside in the cold. And it's this dark energy. That's like the past, like our shadows, karmic situations. This is so cool. I don't know if cats mean anything to you in your connection, but no more feeling out in the cold. Okay, let me just see theme for 2020. What is it for 2020? Okay. This sounds fun. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right. I am back. So, for 2020, for a theme, we have a fiery climax approaches and a personal issue reaches resolution. So, something will be coming to a close, a big change. And this fiery climax, it feels exciting. It feels exciting. We also have emotions are running high, so these changes may bring emotions with them. But again, it feels like an exciting change. And then we also had communication is key. So, there will be communication coming forth, shedding light to this darkness. This person was asleep and now they'll be awake. Lots of big changes for 2020 and all good things. I had ordered this new deck, and instead of getting the cards, I got a book. So I just I wanted to get the general energy for 2020 for this connection, and I went to 2 spots, the Magician and the 6 of Swords. So a lot of the guidance is to use your intuition. Magician is about the importance of will and achieving a goal. So use your intuition, but know your power in manifesting the outcome you want. A lot of talk about creative ideas, new ideas, and the will to make it happen. It also talks about the beginning of a dream or the vision for the idea, planning for it, and helping it come to fruition. And doing this so effortlessly that it appears as magic. This card indicates that it's time to focus on your goals, applying your determination and skill to achieve those goals. Everything you need is available and you have the ability necessary. Move forward with confidence. This card suggests success in your endeavors. This is a magical moment filled with potential just waiting to be realized. This applies to the connection, but also yourself, your goals, your dreams. This person, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but they're just like grabbing this out of thin air and bringing it to reality. And again, we have a white robe, this purity. We also have the 6 of Swords. This card represents moving from rough waters to smooth. You're leaving a bad situation and headed toward resolution. Although you're headed in the right direction, this card reminds you to remember the troubles you've gone through and to learn from them. They're all opportunities for gaining wisdom. This card can also suggest a trip or change of scenery. This represents the changes coming for 2020, and it's all toward the positive. A new direction, new change of scenery. This could be for the connection, but also for yourself, because we've got 2 feminine energies. There's one that looks like, in the past, she was a prisoner, and then your inner self is guiding you. And this, sturdy, stable, strong, and wise energy. welcome these changes for 2020. I'm hearing there's nothing to be afraid of. Only positive changes. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching, for sticking with me to the end. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.